He initiated. She permits and demolished our marriage, Part 2. Hi there, welcome to Reddit Goat channel. Today we are going to have another unbelievable cheating story. But before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our daily cheating stories. So then there was 2 months of tug of war between her AP and me to win the prize for my wife. I had to be the nice guy, and AP started doing a few things that made my wife second guess him. He lied about getting an STD test so he could have unprotected sex with my wife, and also had told her this voluntarily, as well as telling her he would get prostitutes. He lied about being exclusive with her when she found out he had a second girlfriend on the side. He admitted that he had previously been charged with rape. He would go around town stealing bicycles and openly bragged about this. He lied about his race to get into a prestigious college. He wanted to defile our marital bed by having sex with my wife in it. This guy's character was the lowest of the low, but somehow he would manage to put just the right string of words together that would convince my wife that it was all okay and normal. He was also losing patience with my wife, and started dating a new girl openly in an attempt to make my wife jealous. Finally, once I sensed that my wife would be likely to take my side in any fallout at work, I went to HR, and the decision was to terminate the AP. At this point, AP realized that my wife had finally chosen sides. He packed his stuff up and left, and according to her, they never spoke again. We stayed married, and the following year bought a house together. The next year, we got pregnant. We then moved out of state for a job I took, and had 2 more kids. We are now 16 years post D-Day. I've gone long periods of time without thinking about it, but sometimes I re-trigger and have negative thoughts that I battle to this day. Now, up until this point, I've been the victim. But the shoe has also been on the other foot. I became addicted to porn, and it led me to eventually seek out escorts and massage parlors to deal with my emotions and everything being unfair. I kept my addiction a secret for 4 years until one day my wife found out. She was devastated, and in her mind it confirmed all of her deep-seated fears about being undesired and unattractive, which was partly what had made her vulnerable to have an affair in the first place. I didn't know if she would forgive me, but after agreeing to go to therapy and SA, she gave me another chance like I gave her one. It's been over 5 years now since I last saw an escort. She also dealt with me not being interested in sex at all with her for years while I directed all my sexual energy elsewhere. She believed that I had become asexual. Today, we are in a much better position in our marriage, but it's scarred by our past mistakes. What does this say about us as a couple that we are still together? I know most people would be out the door in both cases. We are 2 imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other. Update end. Here are some of the best comments from our community. You seem to take every opportunity possible in your story to portray your wife as somehow helpless and not responsible for her actions in a very long affair that involved deceiving you for a long time. Everything was the AP's fault, not that she made years of conscious decisions to screw you over. I think the reality of how she dealt with you not being interested in sex for years after your reconciliation will make an interesting update to your story whenever you find out the actual truth. I'm not putting it all on her AP at all. Her decision to cheat is 100% on her. Were there issues in our marriage that could have been better? Sure, but I don't blame me or even AP now because there are thousands of Chads like him out there and he owed me nothing. I admit that I have done some of that in the past to help me rationalize and cope with her cheating though. Well, I hope you're both happy in this relationship. Every relationship has ups and downs, but yours are quite harsh. I don't think I'd be in this relationship for nearly as long as you. If you're here to seek confirmation of your choice, then it's a bad idea, because nobody except you is like you. Everybody can have an opinion, but nobody can say if their choices would suit you or not. And only the future will tell if the choice you made to stick together is the good one or not. It's been 5 years without real trouble, so if you're both happy, I'd say it worked out pretty well. If you're here because you want to tell your story, well, I'm glad I've been able to read you and I wish you all the best for your future. Good luck, man. Here's the second story. My 31M ex-girlfriend, 29F, found me and wanted to hang out, but I just ignored her after she broke my heart. Backstory: in 2015 I met this woman at college, let's call her Casey. We had so many things in common and we instantly got close. She asked me out and it was a wonderful relationship, or so I thought. We had dreams together, sent X-rated pics once in a while, we do a lot of stuff together, not sex yet. In 2019, Christmas time, I was going to propose to her after I gave her parents and siblings gifts. I even gave her mom, who hates me, a gift. Casey works at the hospital, so she'll get out of work later, or so I thought. She didn't come to her parents' place, but I came and decided to give everyone gifts. When I give her younger sister 20F, let's call her Sherry, a laptop, she cries and hugs me because she always wanted one for school. Casey's father has a new barbecue grill. Moments later, Sherry told me I couldn't contain it anymore and cried harder. I asked what's the matter? She immediately grabbed me to her room and her father came along as well. Sherry kept saying I'm sorry so many times. I was confused as to why. She then showed me a pregnancy test and told me that it belongs to Casey. I completely lost it and wanted to know why and how long was the affair. Sherry informed me that the affair happened in the beginning of 2019. While I was working a lot at my factory job, she went to see him. Making matters worse is that Casey's mom was the one who showed the AP to Casey. Apparently in the month of November, Casey found out she's pregnant and she begged Sherry not to tell anyone after Sherry found the test. When she told me everything, my world came crashing down and I decided to leave. But before I left, I thanked Sherry and her father, let's call him Max. Max apologized and said that if I leave he would completely understand. We shook hands and I said thank you. I just looked at Casey's mom and I then left my ex's house, just drove away and didn't look back. Max and Sherry got furious with Casey's mom, let's call her Jane, around 7 p.m. Christmas time. I informed my family of what happened and they all comforted me. At 11 p.m., my phone began blowing up with phone calls and text messages from my ex saying she can explain. I didn't answer back. I changed my number, deleted my social media and changed my email. As much as I wanted closure, I didn't want to see her face. Fast forward to the middle of 2020, one of my friends informed me that the AP who got Casey pregnant ran away after he found out he's the father, Karma. And they're looking for him. I simply said who cares? Fast forward to last month, I saw a number I had never seen before. I answered and it was my ex. My ex begged me to talk to her and possibly give her a chance at my favorite restaurant. I responded, why should I after you do what you did? She rambled on and I just ignored her because I don't want to go through the same pain that she had put me through. Casey began gaslighting me and her friends and her mom called me a coward for not seeing her again. I told Jane, you have the audacity to say that after what you've done? She rambled on. I just hung up and blocked Jane and my ex's number. I informed her friends what happened and they left me alone. Here are some of the best comments from our community. You barely dodged a bullet, my friend. I'm 99.99999% positive that Casey was gonna have you raising another man's child under false pretenses, which is the one of the most foul forms of deception out there. She was chasing you down out of the false hope that you would support her in her poor life choices. Then had the audacity to lie to her friends about you. I have 7 words that come to mind. F_that S_. And F_that disloyal trick. Good on you for sticking to your guns and maintaining your dignity. This was a satisfying story. Don't give her the satisfaction. Just like in that phone call, if you ever meet up, she'll just try to gaslight you or anything else to make it seem like it's somehow your fault. Let her wallow in her self-pity while you move on to better things. You dodged one hell of a bullet. Any interest in going out with her sister or at least having a friendship? It sounds like you met someone else. Did you use this to make your life better, best revenge? If you are over her, I would probably meet just for the closure and entertainment value. I'm curious if she wants you back and is hoping to raise the kid together. She might just want to say she is sorry, messed up and hope the best for you. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.